What's going on, NBA fanatics? This is your friendly neighborhood Memphis Grizzlies, home of Memphis X, and I Talk Hoops. Today, we are talking about another Grizzlies win in a beatdown of the world champion Golden State Warriors. But first, every hero needs their theme music.
Piano.
Grizz gang, go hard. Baddest in the game, we be on one. I talk hoops so secure. All up on the court, but we gon' score. Memphis bringing heat straight from Tennessee. Jaren spiking, let's go for he that MVP.
This is Memphis X with iTalkHoops. While you're here, please like this video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to be notified every time I drop a video. I have a goal to reach 3,000 subscribers by the playoffs, and I'm going to need your help to get there. Thank you.
I want you to put the word out there that we back up. Understand me? We back up.
Y'all, the vibes are slowly but surely returning. That's right. The Grizzlies are starting to look a little bit like a team that could possibly do something in the playoffs. It has taken a while. It has taken a minute. It has taken us some time to not only get used to playing without Steven Adams. It has taken us some time to get used to playing without Brandon Clark. And it has definitely taken us some time to get used to playing without Ja Morant. But when you look up and you see, after all the adversity, after all the BS, after all the shit every other fan base in the NBA has talked about the Memphis Grizzlies in the last 2 months, the Grizzlies are still tied for second in the West. The Grizzlies still have the best point differential in the West. The Grizzlies still have won 5 of their last 6 games. The Grizzlies are still Memphis stomping their way into the playoffs. We have Ja Morant maybe 2 to 3 games away from returning. He won't be back Monday when we play the Mavericks, although Luka might be back, and Kyrie played in their last game. So you never know. They might be at full strength then. But after that, all bets are off. The last 10 to 11 games of this season is going to be a sprint. We have the Sacramento Kings playing like gangbusters, destroying teams at home and on the road. The Denver Nuggets are faltering coming down the stretch. Their defense has gone south on them. And they are now just 3.5 games up on the Kings and the Grizzlies. Ooh-wee. It is going to be a tight race indeed coming down the stretch. I don't know. I think the Nuggets have 11 games left. The Kings and the Grizzlies both have 12 games left. So the most the Kings and the Grizzlies can win is 55 games. And it's probably going to take 54-ish, 53. One of them will probably have to go 10-2, at least 9-4, with any chance to catch the Nuggets, even in their state. They'll get it together soon. But let's get to talking about what happened last night. Last night was I wouldn't say the culmination, but it was the crowning of what Dillon Brooks has done for this team ever since Ja Morant has been away. He has taken on the off-the-court leadership ability or leadership responsibility. He has, make no mistake, before Ja Morant went out, you rarely, ever heard anything from Dillon, ever. Then all of a sudden it was quote after quote after quote after quote, just everything. Of course, Dillon did get fined, I think, $35,000 for contact with a cameraman. And he has cemented his reputation as the biggest asshole in the NBA right now. He, not only is he that, but his defense has been unworldly all season. Now, his offense has been bad most of the season, but his defense has been great all season. And I've told you guys many times from this mic about his ability to stop such a wide variety of players, from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Steph Curry, Zion Williamson. When Zion was rolling, he put the clamps on him. When Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was rolling, he put the clamps on him. Last night, Steph Curry has been rolling. Dillon put the clamps on him. It is something to behold, to watch him. And now he's so locked in that he is actually making his shots. And he's taking fewer shots and making more. Go figure. He is really taking fewer shots and making more. If he can do this for 2 more months, just 2 months, all I ask is to do it for 2 months, maybe 2.5 months. You could have our Memphis Grizzlies in the NBA Finals. Yeah, it's not off the table, folks. Ja Morant is not injured. He's not coming off an injury. He's coming off a suspension. He should come back in good health, rested, and ready to roll for the playoffs. Steven Adams, that's another story. We don't know how he's going to come back. We don't know what kind of shape he's going to be when he comes back. But what we do know is the Grizzlies are slowly but surely learning to play without him. And when he comes back, he does not have to immediately go into a 30-minute per game, mode. He can come in and work his way back into shape, because Xavier Tillman has been holding it the F down for real, for real. He's been holding it down. Last night, X had 14 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, 6 of 10 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, only 1 turnover, plus 25, 32 minutes for Xavier Tillman. 32 minutes for Xavier Tillman. Man's putting in work. Then you got, of course, the star of the game was Jaren Jackson Jr., who was aggressive all game long, who had a team-high 22 field goal attempts. I'm going to have to look it up of when the last time Jaren Jackson had 22 field goal attempts. 9 3-point attempts, and I told y'all I want him to shoot plenty. I want him to shoot a lot of 3-point attempts. I need 20 3-point attempts between Jaren, Desmond, and Luke every night. 20. Last night we got 22. And they made, 11 of them. 10 of them. 10 of 22 between those three. That's the kind of production we need. We need them guys to be firing away. Those 3 guys, at least. If those 3 guys by themselves can give us 20 and we can get about 10 from the rest of the team, that's what I'm talking about. But we need those 3 guys to be firing away. Luke Kennard with another game, another back-to-back good game. And we kind of, I get frustrated with Luke because, and I'm going to tell you, frustration with Luke Kennard is the same as the frustration you get with Desmond Bane. It's irrational frustration. And you know why it's irrational frustration? Because every miss of his is loud because you expect every shot he takes to go in. That's how I am with Desmond Bane. That's how I am with Luke Kennard. Every time they shoot, I expect the shot to go in, especially if they're open. I expect it to be bottoms up. So when they miss, it seems like, oh, God, it just hurts so much more than when somebody like Dillon miss or Tyus Jones miss or Jaren Jackson miss. It's not the same thing. So you have this warped feeling while you're watching the game that they're missing a lot of shots when they're not really missing a lot of shots. It's the craziest thing. But he had 14 points, 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 5 of 10 from the field, 4 of 8 from the three-point line. He is starting to fit in, and he hasn't even played a game with either one of our best passers in Steven Adams and Ja Morant. When he starts getting the ability to cut off Steven Adams, when he starts getting the ability to spot up after Steven Adams' offensive rebound, and teams have to crash the boards to keep Steven Adams off the offensive rebound, and they leave him with a sliver of daylight. When he gets to be out on the perimeter when teams are reacting to Ja Morant's penetration, I'm telling you, we've only seen the tip of the iceberg with Luke Kennard. And you guys got to see when the team starts running that Jaren Jackson as the screener, it does so much damage to the defense because he can step out and shoot the three. When he can step out and shoot the three, that pulls that big man out of the middle and opens up things for everybody because it immediately sends the defense into scramble mode. So you had Tyus Jones, 14 assists, no turnovers, another good game. Desmond Bane, 26 points, 3 of 5 from the three-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. And the guy, the man who was on a mission, the man who talked plenty of cash shit before this game, before they met up, talked shit and backed it up. Not only was he 7 of 10 from the field, he was 4 of 4 from the three-point line. He had 3 rebounds, 3 assists, no turnovers, and 18 big points. Yes, he outscored Steph Curry. Yes, he outscored Klay Thompson. Yes, he held Steph Curry to, Steph Curry was probably, I don't know how many shots he got while Dillon was off of him, but Steph Curry was 5 of 15 from the field, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, but he put the clamps on that boy. He did some things to him. And if it wasn't for the refs in the third quarter gifting Jordan Poole 9 free throws, I think he got all 9 of his free throws in the third quarter. If it wasn't for that, the Grizzlies probably beat them by 30, maybe 40 points. That team just cannot guard. And they can't guard the Grizzlies even without Ja Morant. It's just something, I don't know, it's their road. I don't know what it is with them. But they also don't, their role players don't shoot those crazy percentages. And we withstood a crazy good game from Jonathan Kuminga. 24 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 4 of 7 from three-point line, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 of 16 overall from the field. One of his best games of his career. And they still got their ass kicked. Whew. It was beautiful. So, like I said, we got Monday. Monday is also the day Ja Morant can rejoin the team. We have the Dallas Mavericks in FedEx Forum. And we're going to see, is Luka going to play? Is Kyrie going to play? We're going to see what's going to happen. They've already pretty much said Ja Morant's not going to play. So that's a dub on that. But, like I said, this team, this group is learning some things on how to play without their top guys. I mean, they've always done it. It's always been next man up, philosophy. But it's looking better and better every game. We have a stretch right here, starting with this Dallas game, we're really starting with this Golden State Warriors game, really started with the Spurs game. We have a stretch where the Grizzlies can make some hay. So if they can put together a little 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6 or something, another 4 out of 5, 5 out of 6 performance, then we'll look up and see where we are regarding the Nuggets and the Kings and the rest of the NBA. Peace.